I see you have returned to me. Weeks mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Really? Good to know. Thanks for babysitting me, I guess. In the eternity of forever, it hasn't really been weeks, it's only been a couple days, but still, that's kind of creepy. And it also goes to show they don't know how much time passes here. Very little could have, or years could have, and they would never have known. Okay. Make me forget. Is it a stab? I hope it's a stab.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Remember her? I'll try. How could I forget the princess? Don't worry, I'll remember. We've been through a lot. It's hard to forget. You won't. Everything goes dark. And you die. Again. The Hero and the Princess. Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yeah.
And at the end of that path,
I'm on this path.
is a cabin.
In the woods.
And in
Again.
the basement of that cabin,
I
is a
know.
princess.
There's a princess. And that princess will end the world if I don't do something. Now, the one thing I definitely want to do is people seemed a little discouraged that I went back and I reset after the nightmare one. So I'm gonna try to get back to the exact same point I was with the nightmare, which means I have to remember exactly all of the stupid decisions I made to get there. I think we're here. I couldn't remember all of them, so I kind of... I channeled my previous self. I went back in time, saw through the eyes of the person that I once was, and I thought about what the stupid decisions I would make would be. And I think I have come to the exact same conclusion, in that there is now a severed limb laying on the floor. We know she's fine with that. She just cuts herself up all willy-nilly, so that's not a problem. But I know I'm getting close now. I know I'm there. Some way, shape, or form, I'm here. So hopefully I can get back up. I can fall asleep. The second I fall asleep, I think I've got it. No, wasn't there a way for me to go back up?
Eyes dart to the corners of the room. Where is she?
No, don't investigate. Close the door behind me.
Close the door behind
No,
you.
what?
Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place.
No,
Maybe they'll open
no.
if you
I need to be on the
finish
other side of the door. What did I do wrong? I clicked all of the things I swear I clicked before. I guess if I investigate the arm, I'm getting stabbed in the back. That is a trap. They are either hanging above me, like some sort of Dead Space creature in the vents, or they're in one of these shadows somewhere. I guess come on out. Let's get this over with.
I can wait. I'm very patient.
I bet you are. Is this Nightmare? This isn't Nightmare. Enter into the shadows? No.
You do your
Bullcrap.
best to patiently wait her out.
Oh good, are we gonna fall asleep again? Fall asleep.
But eventually...
Exhaustion
your
sets in,
starts to
yes!
set in.
Nightmare!
Come on, wake
I've
up.
never been
You
so
can't fall asleep
excited
now.
about having a nightmare. I need to keep
You
waiting.
wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant.
Oh god, could you
But you
imagine?
can't outwait
That would be
someone
so
who's been
difficult.
waiting for
Always
as
on
long as
edge,
you
always knowing that your death is right around the corner. And you look everywhere in this small space, because it's not big, you can see all the corners, and there's nothing there. And why hasn't she attacked yet? She's obviously stronger than us. She could totally
barely even
overpower us.
realize that you've started to drift off.
Because this is her, isn't it? She's putting us to sleep, so she doesn't have to mess with
Tears
that.
you from your sleep. The
Oh,
princess
no!
is upon you, ripping
Pain!
into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Yep, that definitely sounds like a first date, I guess. Because we know eventually we fall in love. As soon as I smolder. Or whatever the look is. So, yeah, very good first date. We'll be having many more of these, I'm sure.
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone.
Yeah, I would say so. The first bite into my carotid artery would do it. It can't just end like this, right? No, I mean, it absolutely can end like this, and it will. In fact, it
As
should.
much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Yeah. And then you wake up. In the
Everything
woods.
goes dark.
There's a cabin on the
and you
hill
die.
with a princess. And we started all over the beast. No! That's not how this
You're
is
on a
supposed to
path
go.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is
What
a
did I
cabin.
do before to
And in
trigger
the basement of that
nightmare?
cabin is a princess.
Somehow I left, got the stabby sword, went down in the basement, saw their arm on the ground, and I walked away. I'm backing out of this one. I need to make sure I do nightmare next.
Serious?
There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds, undulations, pulse louder as something other comes close. Yeah, that's the hands. Hi, buddies. I've missed you dearly, I think. That which dwells in the empty spaces contracts across the edges of your mind again. She is furious. Why? I'm trying. Betrayal. Every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Do you want to linger here, entwined with a creature you taught to hate you forever? Eternity never ends. That's not what I'm doing. I'm resetting. Cold spite. Our infinities shrink into something less. I hate you, 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 I hate you. Oh, God! Well, now.
You're on a path.
Thanks
in the
for the
woods.
quick reset.
And at the end of that,
What the heck did I do wrong? What's different? I swear I've done exactly the same thing that I've done the other playthroughs, but I don't have the option to leave. I either close the door behind me or investigate the arm. I don't think I investigated the arm before, but I'm not closing the door behind me, so let's try that, I
as you
guess.
step towards the severed limb, you
That's what
hear
I
the
thought.
pattering of feet behind you.
That's
soft
what I
against the
thought.
basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs.
She's just gonna leave. I don't think I can catch her
The
either.
princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead.
Right, she's super fast.
She slams
Uh-oh.
the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs.
Oops.
The lock clicks into place.
Oh. No.
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
Not after betraying me
With
like
those
this.
parting words, the princess walks away. Her quiet footsteps eventually
Hey,
fading as she
come
leaves
back.
you and the cabin to rot.
Y-
You're stuck here.
You're missing an arm. You're gonna need this.
It can't just end like this.
Stab the
Why?
arm. Wait, maybe she can still feel the torture the
As
arm.
much as I'd prefer for
Torture
things
the
to
arm.
run
She can
differently,
feel it,
I
I'm
can't
sure.
deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
I mean, she is missing an arm. Let's go poke at the arm
We
and
don't
see
know
if there's
how much
something
time
that like
passes
sparks her to
before
come
the
back.
end, but eventually, it comes.
Oh, what a way to go. Well, probably about 3 days without water. Unless we also are hunting rats down here.
The world ends, and you end with it.
Okay. The witch. That's another way to go. What the heck?
On a path in the woods.
Ah, how do I get Nightmare back?
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted
Oh,
roots. The walls a
boy.
chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor
So,
is damp and earthy, and the only
The
furniture
cabin
note is a
obviously
slab of
resembles
mud in the shape
the
of a
path
shelf,
you're on.
with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That's so cool. That is so neat. Because obviously this is different. The other one got all jaggedy, and that was because that was the ending we were going toward. This one is all roots. And that's because that's the one we're going toward. I kind of wish I would have seen the cabin for Nightmare then. I couldn't imagine what it would have been like.
The blade is your implement.
That's so
You'll
cool.
need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I know. I need this. Just pick it up. But I want to approach the mirror first. Something
Walk
about
up to
this
the wall
mirror.
next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Mhm.
Isn't much to see here.
Right, except for my reflection. I hope. I haven't seen my
What are you
reflection
talking
yet.
about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Dang
I hope
it.
you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I don't know if the narrator stole the mirror away from us or if there was no mirror to begin with. If we're losing our minds slowly. I don't know. I really don't.
You take the blade
Give me the blade.
from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, a little bit,
Well,
I
if we're
guess.
grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
Yes! Thank God! One of you have finally figured out this secret technique of keeping something hidden and not brandishing a small dagger with both hands like it's a great sword. My God.
That's not actually a bad idea.
That's actually a good idea. I can't believe we weren't doing that before. Oh my God. No wonder she knew we had a knife.
The door to the basement
What the
creaks
heck?
open, revealing a
It
staircase
took one
dug
of
into
our
the muddy
voices
earth
in our
below.
head to tell us
The
that.
ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I hope this isn't a Bayonetta type of witch, because otherwise we're about to get
The weak
absolutely
starlight from the
strangled
cabin
by the hair.
windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Wow. Now that's poetic. That's awesome. The descriptions in this game, phenomenal.
The
It
air
gives me
smells of
chills.
dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I don't want to be baked into a pie, please. Please don't bake me into pie. I prefer cake anyway. Yeah, I'm not nasty. How dare
You
you?
are. You're a wretched little thing.
But now I'm fully aware that that's just the use of that word, but that kind of, for some reason, it scared me a little bit. Okay. Please, different phrasing. How do you know my name?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path.
Oh my
I
God.
know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Oh my God. What?
She must have you confused with someone else.
I hope so.
She
How much do you
seems
remember?
Friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Do you remember the smolder? We were friends once. You loved me once.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. You descend the
Oh?
basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Grandma, what big feet you have. What is going on here?
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's what we're doing. We're just holding one hand behind our... I thought we tucked it in our waistband behind our back. Not just like, nothing up my sleeves. My God, what the heck? Our hero really is that dumb. That hurts my head.
That's not fair. How would she know that?
Yeah, how do you know? This was my magic trick, not yours.
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
No, yeah, we do know each other. In fact, we were in love once.
Oh.
It's a long story.
You've
You know,
already
some
been here,
relationships
haven't you?
blossom into a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful lifetime together. And some are abruptly cut off 30 seconds after they start by one of the people stabbing the other people in the heart. You can guess which one was which. It was not me stabbing. Didn't I stab her in that one? And she stabbed me in that one too? Yeah, I think we both stabbed each other. So, you know, as relationships do, you get past the honeymoon stage and into the stabby stage. And if you can get past the stabby stage, then you're golden for life. So that's my main warning out there, is just be ready for the stabby stage. Eventually it comes.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. The narrator's actually using their head for once.
Call it deductive reasoning.
Oh. Elementary, my dear narrator.
Well, you seem to be great at it.
I don't think opportunist is the right name for this voice. Either way, though, I guess they're taking the opportunity to burn the heck out of the narrator.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, honestly, now that you say it like that, I can totally see it, narrator.
Let's
You're
chat
good.
her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Opportunist, I don't like the way you're thinking. But if it gives me a new end,
Don't
let's
talk to
find
her.
out.
You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's how this happens. But one of these ways has to result in her permanently being gone. And obviously running headfirst stabbing her is not going to do it. So, maybe if I can find an opening, that might work.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
The last time you saw me, but the last time you cut it out. So, let's not talk about that one, maybe. I'm sorry about last time. What do you mean, sorry? We didn't do anything. She locked us down here. There is no sorry. She should be apologizing. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. Let's do that one.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
I never promised to help you ever. Am I on a wrong path? Did I somehow diverge away from the path I was on, where I basically told her that I'm not here to help you? Because I clicked the button that obviously said, I don't trust you. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you.
You were the one who went to get that knife. You were the one who started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failure around on the winner.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I am a sore loser. That's for sure, I guess, in this situation. Hey, don't worry about the blade. The blade is not for you, or not for killing you anyway. We've got to get you out of here somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
Then what do you need?
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
That's what I assumed was about to happen. How then were you stuck here? Is the door the thing you actually can't get past? Maybe the chains are just for looks.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little...
Uh-huh. Preach! Preach,
A
hero!
woman after my own heart, really. She
Yeah.
knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Honestly, yeah. Every time we go down one of these paths, apparently one of our voices falls in love. So, I can't blame them. The princess is the perfect woman for each one of these voices as we continue.
If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
I don't care anymore,
Even
narrator.
if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's gonna stab us in the back.
Right. We just might end when the world ends, that's all. How many years could that be? It could be instantaneous. But that could also be the rest of my life. So, look forward to a future
I
for
think that depends on your definition
at least the
of
next
words
30
like
seconds.
stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
Or, hear me out, we could smolder. She could fall in love. She has no blades in which to stab us. She has large toenails, which she could rip out our throat with, but hey, that's the risk you take, right? When you're trying to fall in love, you put your heart on the line, and sometimes they stab it with a steely sword. So, we could, once again, try to establish a relationship.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Right, that is absolutely true, especially in this situation, especially since the princess has been proven to not be trustworthy ever. But, hear me out. I could leave with the princess. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of goodwill. Why? I could leave her in the basement. Oh my god, this could put me back on my path for Nightmare. No, I sort of have to kind of do that, right? I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for you, for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now. I love that a lot. I really want to give her the blade, but I want to get back on Nightmare if I can. This seems like my only option to do that. So far, leave the basement. That is basically what I said last time. It was a little different, but that's almost exactly what I said last time. And to hear people so excited for Nightmare and to have I think it was 3 or 4 people say that was their favorite ending. I want to see it. And then I can follow whatever path I chose. But my curiosity is just absolutely just tearing me apart.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
That is why I'm in charge. Thank you very much, opportunist, even though I know you're absolutely lying to me just because you're an opportunist and you will take every opportunity to get ahead.
Abandoning me, are you? Fine
No.
Then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away.
You're free. How are you not just sprinting after me?
You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
The wilds?
You turn to leave.
I don't know.
As you do, there's a deep, guttural groan, seemingly uttered by the walls themselves.
Oh, good.
Followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits.
Oh, very good. That sounds absolutely amazing for me.
The cabin starts to get smaller. As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement attempt to close in around you, instinct kicks in, and you bolt upstairs.
Run faster!
The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you.
Thank God, run faster.
The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller.
Oh, good. How fun.
That's fine. We'll just leave.
Right out this door that is no longer there.
I'm sure you'd like to do that. But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door. The
As
roots
I
have
thought.
already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were once windows is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself.
Hey, this is different. For the first time, it wasn't the princess that got us.
What do we do?
I'll tell you exactly what we do. We curl up into a little ball, begin to cry. Keep crying, and if you wail loud enough, you won't hear the creaking, cracking sounds of the roots squeezing in on you. And you can kind of go into a nice zen moment in your fetal position until the end comes.
As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Up the stairs? Aren't you gonna be smooshed too if you're in the stairs?
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Can't you let me die in peace? Why do you always have to disturb me? And it always feels like you have to get the last line in. This was supposed to be a nice way to go.
See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement.
Yeah.
She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction.
Okay, I get it, okay? You don't have to be a jerk about it. The end is near. Don't make fun of people who are about to lose their life. That's just not
roots
good.
grow ever closer.
I wanted more exploration. I wanted to talk. Hold on, Roots. I have whole conversations I must have.
No, we can see them. You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time.
I know I'm running out of time.
What do we do? What do we do?
There is nothing to do. They're pressing in on me. Wait, does one of these actually do something? Let's do this. I want to hear if she's still alive in there.
But we are animals. We are. You're nothing but fear and instinct, and that's all I am, too. We don't have to make things better. We can't make things better.
Why not?
We're just meant to chase each other in the dark until one of us catches the other.
And then we start all over again.
You slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin. We're never going to make something of ourselves with that attitude.
Right.
At least she isn't going to make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you.
Uh-huh, I'm sure it is.
The cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocating, then unbearably tight. Then that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
Uh-huh. That's like diving too deep into water. Oh.
The sound of creaking
Oh,
wood is
God.
drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living cabin.
I get it. I understand. Okay, we're good. No
Suffering
more.
is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I guess let's
The
not
pressure
say
is
anything.
unfathomable. You can't
Oh, okay, we
breathe.
don't have a
Your
choice to say
vision
anything
swimming
anyway.
with red, your head pounding with trapped blood.
Yeah, I'm imagining that's probably what's
And
happening.
then you pop. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Again. And we start over. In the woods. The wild. Chapter 3. Well, I mean, that makes...
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
I think I did it. I don't know what, but I did something.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
That would be the princess.
That's not-
Thank you very much.
That's not the princess, is it?
Oh, no. No.
No.
It's
How
fine.
many times have you been here?
A lot. I've been here a lot. I don't know
I
anymore.
think this is our third?
Oh, you mean this time? Yeah, our third.
That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
Right?
Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
I talked to the princess, and then I got smushed. That about wraps it up. I mean, there wasn't
The
much
thing
else.
that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
Oh, is it the narrator that holds things? So the narrator's holding everything in place, and then I'm the one who acts within it.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
How many of us are here?
Why does he want to know? I don't mind where we are right now. It's rather nice. I can hear what everyone is thinking.
Can you hear what I'm thinking? Because I think we're nuts.
There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing. And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
Yeah, I guess so. As opposed to anything else that we've been through, it is sort of
It
nice.
was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
Everything makes this all seem so small. Everything seems so small, and yet so massive at the same time.
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
I'm not convinced that we're stuck together. I know that we're stuck together. That is a fact. We are intertwined. And we're intertwined in a way that is so strange that we must descend into nothingness. Not darkness, not the absence of things, but absolute nothingness. And when we get there, a voice consumes us, and we become whole again. And then they make me forget, and I have to start all over and bring more of them. I don't understand.
He doesn't understand.
Yeah, neither do I.
We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one.
Oh.
This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Okay, never mind. I guess I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I was right. Cool. This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
Ah, I knew I didn't trust the narrator.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
There we go. Now I'm starting to understand more and more.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
Right. Over and over and over. Oh my god. Hold on. What if the narrator requires us to do that? That's the only way the narrator can exist. By removing us, the narrator can inhabit that universe. The narrator's been lying to us the whole time. We don't witness any sort of universal destruction or death, really, to any sort of universe as a whole. One of us ends up getting the other one of us. We don't both exist. I guess if we can find a way to coexist somehow in one of these universes, I think it'll stabilize the whole thing.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
Oh no. No. We're in this together. We've been in this together. In fact, the voice at the end of the universe told me that we're together.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
I don't. I really don't. I've tried. I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now.
Oh, that's
There
true.
must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
There sort of kind of is. But the only way to do that is if I take you to the nothingness. We can be free of him there, but that doesn't guarantee much of anything.
You. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
Yeah, okay, I understand. But pain, that's just a natural thing. Pain is nothing more than a byproduct of our consciousness. So even if it hurt, it doesn't change what happened. It's the what that really matters. So I could remember how it felt, but I sort of do remember how it felt other than the pain, the betrayal, the hatred, and yet at the same time, every time the princess talks, the princess doesn't normally actively try to attack us until they feel like they've been betrayed. It could be that they're just trying to talk their way out of it to conserve energy or something, but they're so unbelievably strong. So why wouldn't they just shred us the second we come anywhere near them? There's something to that. So instead, turn inwardly and find freedom.
You
If I can
fall
quiet
inward
my mind
into a
again.
network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
No, I can't.
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time.
That's right, opportunist.
You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same.
What's that supposed to mean?
What is he going on about? What does he know about us? You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
I knew it. I knew the narrator wasn't to be trusted. I knew I can't trust anybody here.
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
I can do that. I can absolutely do that. In fact, what if we all three are of the same being? Oh no, I know exactly what I have to do now. I have to find a way to merge all three of us. That's gonna be a nightmare. There is a place you need to be. You just need to find it. I know where that is. I know exactly where that is.
You stretch
Yep,
and search
I'm here.
and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you.
Yeah. I'm home.
This place will fall apart before you find its end.
That's not true. Whatever is waiting for me in the darkness will reach out and find me. I'm almost positive. It has done that many times.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible.
It's not. And the fact that you're getting a little bit more paranoid as I'm searching makes me think I'm close.
He wouldn't be trying to discourage us if that were true.
Right?
That's right. I know a loser when I see one. Call his bluff.
I planned on it from the beginning.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
I have nothing else to lose at this point. I have become nothing itself, so I trust you. I need to find the way out. You hold tight, and I'll pull you along with me.
Find anything. If I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
Uh-huh, someone's getting desperate now. Hey there. But you find something. It's cold and smooth and gently buckles, then cracks under the pressure of your consciousness, flattening against it. Knock, knock. We're coming in.
Move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this right now.
Absolutely not.
I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
But his pleas disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
We found it. I knew it. I knew there was something he was keeping from us.
Yep, me too.
Is that really all it took?
All it took? What do you mean, all it took? That was a complete dissociation of our entire person. We scattered ourselves into the millennia, into infinity. And we were only able to do that because the princess, in her almost infinite might, could hold us together. So we could do that. Because otherwise, we would have just become dust on the wind, particles, in this massive ball of entropy that we call a universe. And that's all it took? Paranoid? Buddy, I know we've gone crazy, but you're absolutely nuts, dude.
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned.
That's right. Just like the opportunist planned from the very beginning.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
I think so. Oh, don't go nuts on me. Don't get upset. We're fine. This is okay. This is the end of all things. It's a continual cycle of death and life is what it looks like.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it? It's gorgeous. And then it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
I think the nothingness found us. So is this the thing that I need to destroy in order to free myself? Is the nothingness the narrator?
But you never get the chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I don't think so. I think she's a part of us. I think she'll always be there, no matter where I go. So I can't escape her. And yet, I can't lose her either.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know. Every time this mirror shows up, horrific things happen. So why not? Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. I like that. I like that a lot.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Am I the princess? Am I the princess? What?
You better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy. Can't even trust ourselves.
No, definitely don't trust me. God, if you're trusting me, something's wrong. There's only one way out of this nothingness. And that's to gaze upon ourselves, to reflect on who we are, and to be absorbed once again into this vast, horrific darkness.
You approach the mirror.
Gaze into my reflection.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. But the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown.
Oh, I'm not just bringing parts of the princess here with me. I'm bringing parts of myself here too. So do I lose all of those voices from that moment forward? They're absorbed into the mirror to create what will eventually become me? Is this a story of personal growth and discovery? Tied up into a psychological horror game? What? I mean, it works, but my God, I would have never thought.
You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
Hey, do you hate me? What? Proceed to the cabin? Sure, why not? That's not cabin, game. I'm not sure what that is, but it's oh, that's arms. I thought that was fire. That's wriggling arms. Oh my God, is that you? Hi there.
Green lights and empty
Oh.
cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
I see.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Oh, good. You remember. Sure. Why not? Wait, what? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have changed? Yes, I need to know
Is a
this.
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Totally understand that. In other words, with each new ending, you're growing. You're changing. But you come from the same root. So just like with us, as we grow, we have new experiences that change us as a person, but we're the same person at the end of the day. Totally can understand that one. That one actually makes a lot of sense. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Cool.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, because that's just how a normal person would grow.
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
So maybe just maybe, I really am trying to bring only the best princesses here.
I
Otherwise,
cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
That's good to know.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Aw, me too. That's all I think anyone ever
The
wants.
wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart.
Oh, good.
Without them, I would be as I was before.
Right. Well, does it always have to be so gruesome? Can't there be one where we go on a picnic together, have a wonderful day, adopt an abandoned puppy, raise it, and live happily ever after? Nothing else happens after the happily ever after? Because, that's when life normally falls apart, is right after the happily ever after. But it all sounds like a good time to me. Let's do that one for once, please.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Oh, right, exactly. And you couldn't know happiness without putting me through torture. You can experience the torture vicariously through me. Boy, I am so happy for you. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? That's a good question.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay, if you're to be an ocean, you are currently a pond. So, big pond, little pond?
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Yeah, you're fine. It happens. It's just another Tuesday, being grabbed by some eldritch god and thrust into an infinite loop so they might experience life through my eyes. It happens all the time, I guess. And it's going to happen in the next episode, too. So thank you so much for watching this one. And remember to take care. And goodbye!